So hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in our on our YouTube platform that is there to cater the needs of RBI Grade B, Grade A aspirants. Now, before I begin with our today's discussion, let me give you a brief introduction that what we will be discussing in our today's live session. Now, imagine a world where we can invest in government securities like we do in our mutual funds. We set up auto debit facilities. Okay, we have a SIP instruments via which just doing a systematic investment plan, just setting up a systematic investment plan, and just by allowing our demat account in participation of auto bid, we can have the access of mutual funds. Just imagine a world where a retail investors like you, like me, can invest in government securities. That too, like we do our investment in mutual funds. So just imagine this particular thing, that what is going, the huge impact these kind of things can have. It can broaden the base of investors in government security. Now government security is a kind of you can say instrument which is dominated by the institutional investors only. Now you and me, we also want to get a risk free investment opportunity. We also want to have risk free investment opportunity. Now just imagine that RBI provided you a platform so that you can participate in that kind of investment instrument, which is as of now which was only available for institutional investors. Now that too, they provided you a facility like SIP, they provided you a facility like auto bid, so that you won't be required to invest in a lump sum in a huge amount. You can invest at any point of time via auto bid. Just you can set up a fixed amount that you wanted to invest in a particular interval in government securities, as we do for mutual funds. So just imagine what could be the scenario, how it is going to impact immensely beneficial. It is going to be immensely beneficial not only for the instrument but for the retail investors as well. So on the same note, we will be starting our today's discussion, in which we will be discussing the new RBI Retail Direct Scheme enhancement. What are these enhancements? What is RBI Retail Direct Scheme and platform? And why we are this much happy, or why we are this much prominent seeing this new update? So we will discuss everything. Now, RBI, now there are few keywords that is going to be there in this discussion. Okay. Now these keywords will include treasury bills. These keywords will include RBI Retail Direct Scheme and RBI Retail, you can say the platform, Retail Direct Platform. What is this? What all these keywords are all about? We will discuss everything in our today's live session. And if you stick to this live session till the end of the discussion, let me tell you, you are going to have each and every knowledge that is required to have you in context of the RBI Retail Direct Scheme and platform. So no, with no further delay, let's begin. Okay, stick to the discussion till the end so that it will benefit you immensely in your upcoming RBI Grade B examination. So with no further delay, just wait for a minute. Let me present my screen to you people, and then we will go ahead with our discussion. So I hope the screen must be visible to you people now. Now let's begin with our discussion. So just the introduction I gave you, it was not a mere introduction. I was just trying to tell you the importance of this topic, how much important this particular topic is, and whatever the RBI has given, or whatever the RBI has provided in it in this enhancement, how this is going to be extremely important for your upcoming examination. So now let's begin, because these kind of enhancement, these kind of platform, you can say the RBI Retail Direct Scheme and RBI Retail Direct Platform, all these kind of stuffs impact the retail investors a lot. Now there are few things that don't impact the retail investors at a first glance or explicitly, but These kind of platform, these kind of schemes have a direct impact on retail investors like you and me. So it is extremely important to discuss this particular topic. Now, why we are covering, so and what is the new feature that RBI has introduced in this retail direct scheme. So now RBI has provided systematic investment plan for investment in treasury bills. RBI has also provided auto bidding facility. It means now you won't be required to be there to participate in bidding. You can set up an auto mandate and you will automatically participate in the bidding process of treasury bills whenever RBI will be coming up with any government security issues. How amazing is this? Don't you think? So SIP in treasury bills and auto bidding facility in treasury bills bidding, these are the two new, you can say, features that RBI has came up with. And let me tell you, this is going to revolutionize the entire retail government security retail investment profile. It is going to have a huge impact. Now see, we invest in mutual funds, we invest in multiple other things. Now SIP, when SIP came in existence, it enhanced the penetration of mutual fund, it enhanced the penetration of retail investors in mutual funds regime extremely. है ना, in extreme rampantly, it increased the penetration of investors rampantly in the mutual fund regime when the SIP came. And on the same note, this time as well, RBI has come up with this update in its RBI Retail Direct scheme, that now you won't be required to invest in a lump sum amount. You can have a systematic investment plan. You decide, okay, I want to invest only 20,000 in a month in the government security. So now you don't require to increase or to have a huge amount to invest. Now you can set an SIP. Amazing. Now you don't require to be there physically present to see the bidding or to participate in bidding. You can just allow an auto mandate and you will participate automatically in auto bidding facility. So these are the two new initiative, these are the two new updates that RBI has launched in its retail direct platform. Now let's see. Now you will ask me, sir, okay, you told us the importance of this update. You told us that how this particular updates can revolutionize the entire government security retail investors participation. But sir, what is treasury bills? What is RBI retail debt scheme and platform? We don't know anything about these two things. So I would tell, okay, let's come up with me. Let's discuss what are these two things and why we are so much excited for these two particular updates. The first thing is treasury bills. Now see, whenever we in a need of funds, either we utilize our saving or we trying to lend with someone, okay, or we try to borrow with someone. Now for an example, let's take an example that you are not having any saving at this point of time. Now you are in an emergency, you are in an exigency. Now you want some funds because of any reason. So what you will do, the another you can say option that you have is you can borrow money from anyone. Okay, you can borrow money from anyone. So same goes with government as well. When government is not having sufficient fund to fund its present requirement, what governments do, governments goes to RBI and says, okay, let's do one thing, issue some bills or issue some government securities on behalf of us, and whatever money RBI will get after the issuance, government utilizes that particular amount to match or to finance its requirement. So the same thing, governments wanted to buy from the general public. So what government said, government went to the RBI and said, okay, do one thing, on our behalf release some government securities. Obviously the retail investors, the institutional investors will invest, and this is how government will be able to borrow from the general public. So government security is nothing. Okay, just wait for a minute, is there some voice issue? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I have updated it. Please do let me know in the chat box if the voice is clear to you people. Okay, now coming back to our discussion. So Government securities are nothing. These are the securities released by the RBI on behalf of Government of India to fund the requirements of Government of India. Government of India wanted to borrow from general public, and on behalf of Government of India, RBI released these government securities, and this is how RBI got it. Sorry, and this is how government got the borrowing money from us. This is the whole scenario of government securities. Now see, there is a maturity whenever we invest in any government security. So that government security, or even in any other security released by any corporate or any firm, they have a maturity period. Okay, what does that mean? It means that if we are investing today, then after a year we will get our principal amount or investment amount back. In a meanwhile, we will get the interest amount or the dividend or the fixed coupon rate or the fixed interest, whatever it is. Okay? And this is how we are going to gain from our investment. So the maturity period is there. So whenever government comes up with the government security issuance to borrow money from public with the government security having maturity period of less than 1 year, we call it treasury bills. And when the maturity period of government securities is beyond 1 year and less than 20 to 40 years, it depends, we call it dated government securities. So both are the government security only. Okay? The only difference is the maturity. When the maturity of security is less than 1 year, we call it treasury bills, and when it is more than 1 year, we call it dated security bond. So this is the difference between these two. But overall, if you ask me, I would say it's a government security only on the basis of the, you can say, the maturity period, we bifurcate it as a treasury bills or a government dated security. Now see, RBI, whatever this update RBI has come up with, it this is in regards of treasury bills only. Okay? Those kind of government securities getting released by RBI on behalf of whom? On behalf of Government of India. Those government securities having a maturity period of less than 1 year. Okay, this is what treasury bills is all about. So it is a short term government debt instrument to meet immediate funding needs. Maturity periods, obviously, so as we discussed, the maturity period is going to be less than 1 year. So they releases government security with a different maturity period. The maturity period can be 14 days, 91 days, 182 days, or 364 days. But any point of time, the maturity period is going to be less than 1 year only, because it is a treasury bill. Now, issued at a discount, redeemed at face value, and difference is going to be the investor's earning. It means, for an example, if the face value is rupees 100, it means the one government security will cost you 100 rupees. So what RBI will do? RBI issue these government securities at discount. Discount means RBI will say, okay, face value, one government security is worth of 100 rupees. Let's do one thing. You buy this in 80 rupees only. Okay? You invest in 80 rupees only. Now these 80 rupees you will invest. Okay, you would say, okay, it's a very great thing. A government security worth of 100 rupees, I am getting it in only 80. So you will buy it. And once the maturity period will be done, you will get 100 rupees as your investment. Now see, you invested, you bought in 80 rupees, but you got 100 rupees. And this difference of 20 rupees is going to be your profit, or is going to be your gain. This is how treasury bill works. So issued at discount, this is what it means. Discounts means, Jadu beta, I will let you know where you will get the document or the notes. Okay, I will let you know at the end of this discussion. Now coming back to our discussion. So this is what it means: issuing the treasury bills on discount and then redeeming it at face value, and the difference is going to be your gain. Now this is a low risk due to government backing, and often provide better returns. Obviously, if government is issuing something, is it's a very less chances that governments will default. It's a negligible chances, that government cannot default. Even if a firm is issuing any government security or any third party, there are chances that that firm or that corporate may default in future, but governments never default. Government is going to be there, only the ruling party will change, but government of India is always going to be there. So it is a minimal, it has a minimal risk, low risk security. It is coming up with maturity of less than 1 year and issued at discount price and redeemed at the face value. This is what this particular treasury bill is all about. Now, what is RBI Retail Direct Scheme and Platform? So we saw when we discussed that this particular thing is there in a, you can participate in the bidding of the treasury bills via RBI Retail Direct Scheme or the platform. So you will ask me, sir, okay, I got it about treasury bills. मुझे समझ में आ गया कि treasury bills क्या होती है. But sir, what is this RBI Retail Direct Scheme and Platform? Then I would say, come to us. We will discuss it this as well. ठीक है? Now see, RBI Retail Direct Scheme and Platform. So first of all, you saw the benefit that we have if we invest in treasury bills. Now, government saw that it is quite difficult for retail investors to participate in a competitive bidding. For an example, there is one apple, okay, and there are 10 investors. Now, one will say, I will buy it in 10 rupees. Another will say, I will buy it in 20. Another will say, I will buy it in 30 rupees. Now, see, because of competition, the retail investors cannot participate because the institutional investors can bid huge amounts for the same amount of government securities. Okay. So just to you can say to solve this issue, RBI thought, let's do one thing. Let's come up with a scheme, or let's come up with a platform so the retail investors can also invest in the RBI Retail Direct in the government securities. What I said, RBI decided to launch a platform so that retail investors like you and me can also participate in the issuance of government security. Now, the issue was the competitive bidding, because when we have institutional investors, they can bid any amount of money for a specific government security. So RBI said, let's do one thing. First of all, we will launch a platform so that the retail investors can invest. Okay. We will keep it a non-competitive bidding. It means you will come, you will drop your bid. I wanted to buy two government security in this much rupee. Or you can say, I want to buy government security worth of 20,000, and you will deposit the 20,000, and whatever the amount of government security you will be eligible because of those 20,000, you will get it. This is what this platform is all about. It provides you non-competitive bidding. You don't need to compete. You will go and you will ask, okay, this is the amount I want to buy. You will get the government security worth of that amount. That's it. So this platform and this scheme got launched in the year 2021. So it's a new platform, new scheme. Now it allows retail investors to buy and sell government securities directly from the Reserve Bank of India. Now, under this scheme, individual retail investors can open a gilt security account. They are calling it Retail Direct Gilt Account with RBI. Now, you will ask me, sir, but what is this gilt security account? Then I would say, I will explain you. See, gilt security account is a different kind of account in which we don't keep any cash. This account is there to keep government securities and other securities in which you invest. This is the simple definition. Gilt security account is a kind of account that we keep with us just to keep the government securities and other securities that we buy. That's it. We don't keep, it's not an account to keep a cash. It is an account to keep the government security. So under this scheme, you can open a gilt security account with RBI, and via that account, you can participate in the government security issuance as a retail investor to invest in the government security. Now, purpose is to eliminate intermediaries. Earlier, what used to happen? Broker used to be there between me and RBI. If as a retail investor, yes, what are government securities? Okay, I will tell you. I have given you a brief introduction in in the initial of this discussion, but okay, I will just after this slide I will discuss it again. So the purpose is to eliminate the intermediaries and democratize the government security investment. Anyone can invest. It's not going to monopolized by the institutional investors or by a people who are having high net worth. Okay, now what is government security? So but just see, it's a very simple thing. I wanted to borrow something. ठीक है? Government of India wanted to borrow from the general public, so they decided that they will be releasing the securities. They will keep some amount, the face value you will be required to pay. So government of India will say, okay, this is one bond. You can buy this bond for 10,000 rupees. Okay, I would say, ठीक है, I will buy it. But what's my benefit? So government of India will say, okay, the maturity is going to be 10 years. Okay, you will get your principal investment back after 10 years, but in a meanwhile, in every year you will get interest as well, or the fixed dividend or the fixed coupon rate. And those fixed coupon rates, now for an example, okay, see, you invested rupees 10,000. After 10 years you will get your 10,000 back. Okay, now for every year, for every 1 year, you will get the interest as well on the investment. For an example, 10% you can assume. So 1,000 you will get in first month, then again in second month, sorry, second year, then third year. And this is how by the end of 10 year, you will get 10,000 as interest. And then after 10 years, you will get your principal back as well. So this is going to be your principal and this is going to be your return. This is what government securities are all about. Okay. Government releases the securities to fund itself. Governments wanted to borrow. So how government will borrow? They will they thought, let's borrow with the general public. So they released the securities. In return, they got the money. But obviously, there is going to be some amount that government has to bone because they are getting money from public. It is not going to the free of cost. So the interest that government provide is the gain of yours. And this is how government security works. So government securities are nothing. This is just a method via which governments borrow money from the general public. That's it. Now, coming back to our discussion, RBI Retail Direct Scheme and Platform. So, we saw that in the year 2021, RBI came up with this platform to allow retail investors to participate in the issuance of government securities issued by whom? Issued by Reserve Bank of India. Now, retail investors required to open a gilt security account with RBI. Now, this is an account that we use to keep our invested government securities and other securities. It is not there to keep the funds. Okay, it is not there to keep the cash. It is only there to keep the securities that in which you have invested. Okay, so you opened an account with RBI gilt security account, and now you, as a retail investor, you can participate in the issuance of government securities. Now key services are, you have to open gilt account, you can participate in primary auction. Primary auction means whenever issuance happens, for the first time it happens in the primary auctions. If RBI thought on behalf of government of India that let's come up with a new issuance. So whenever a new issuance happens, issuance of what? Issuance of government security. So whenever a new issuance happens, is it happens on primary auction only. So you can participate in primary auction. Then whatever you have got in primary auction, you can sell it in a secondary market as well. So in a primary auction, we have RBI or other issuing government security, you can say we have RBI and other security issuers and the investors. In secondary market, we have investors and investors. It means in primary auction, I will buy it from RBI. Done. In secondary market, the investors can sell and buy in between themselves. This is the secondary market. Now, via this account, you can also invest in sovereign gold bonds and floating rate saving bonds. So, as I told you, this is an account that is there only to invest in government security and some different kind of securities, and you will be keeping only securities in these accounts, and you will not be keeping any cash. Okay, so this is what the RBI Retail Direct scheme and platform is all about. So as of now, what we saw, that what are the new features RBI has came up with. Then we saw what is treasury bills. Then we also saw what is RBI Retail Direct scheme and platform. Now we will see. Now you will tell me, sir, okay, we got it. That this is the update that RBI has came up with. That's a huge thing, huge updates. And this is a treasury bills in which we are investing via this platform. And we got to know about the platform as well. But now, sir, tell me how these new updates, if you are boasting too much about this update, sir, how this is going to help you retail investors? Then I would say, come with me. First update is SIP in treasury bills. Just wait. Okay. So the first update is SIP in treasury bills. Now, what is SIP? SIP stands for Systematic Investment Plan. All of us, or most of us, having the exposure of mutual funds. So, whenever we invest mutual funds, we set a SIP. Okay, that every month I want to invest 1000 in this particular mutual fund. It will automatically get deducted from your account on a particular date. So, we call it Systematic Investment Plan. We wanted to invest 10,000. What we did, we made an installment of 1000, and then this 1000 will get deducted each and every month. After 10 months, you will be in, you would have invested 10,000. This is what SIP is all about. So now same will get implemented in treasury bills as well. Earlier, you have to invest a lump sum amount. If you wanted to buy 1 lakh worth of government security, then you should have 1 lakh with you. Okay, you should be having 1 lakh with you, and then only you would be able to participate. And if when the government security will get issued to you, you have to pay it 1 lakh on a single term. In a lump sum amount, you have to pay the whole amount. Now what will happen, you can say, okay, I want to invest 1 lakh, but I would invest only 10,000 in a month. And this is how in 10 months I will be investing 1 lakh rupees easily. It doesn't matter that I am having this 1 lakh at this point of time or not. I'm having 10,000 in every month. I will invest it, and eventually after some time, I would have invested 1 lakh rupee. Now this is the benefit you will get. Now it enables regular systematic investment in treasury bills. First thing, it allows small and periodic contribution instead of lump sum payment. So how good it is going to be? It is going to be ideal for disciplined saving toward short to medium term goals. Now just imagine a situation. RBI announced that they will be coming up with the issuance of treasury bills. You wanted to invest 1 lakh, but at that point of time, you are not having that amount, but you wanted to invest. So how disappointing it is going to be. But if you decides, if RBI has provided you a facility of SIP, that okay, you invest 1 lakh rupees, but you will be required to pay in a systematic investment plan. Now see, you can invest at the same time. You are not having fund. You don't require to have a lump sum amount with you. You can invest in a small and periodic contribution. Now it creates a continuous investment reinvestment cycle as treasury bills mature. Okay, so this is how it is going to help you. So this is how it is going to help you in your investment. Now you would say, sir, auto bidding, what is this auto bidding facility? Now you see, if I am saying that I will be coming up with live session every day at 12 a.m., then you would say, okay, sir, we will join. Now, what is required if you are busy? For example, if you are busy somewhere and I started with a live, but you forgot to attend it. Now you will miss it the live session. Obviously, you can saw the recorded session. But just imagine a situation that at 12 o'clock every day, automatically your in whatever platform. It might be the TV, it might be the mobile phone, it might be the YouTube, or in your smartphone, or in your tablet, on your system. In whatever platform you are watching the YouTube sessions, at 12 o'clock automatically your system will turn on, and the channel, Ecoholics channel, will go live. How amazing it is going to be, right? So same goes with, same is the auto bidding as well. When you know that okay, on this date at this point of time RBI will be coming up with the issuance, you will place a auto bid. Okay, at 10 a.m. at this date, my auto bid is going to be get filled with RBI issuance. Now you don't require to be there physically. You don't require to go in a bidding manually. Automatically you will participate. So this is going to automate bidding for treasury bills in primary auctions. You won't be required to be there. Investor set the preferences. You will be required to set the preferences as well. Okay, this is the bid amount, this is the tenure, this is the frequency, and this is the validity. If the validity is this much, for example, I told you 14 days, then we have 82 days, 196, these are the different dates. If you thought okay, if the auction is there for 14 days maturity government security, then I would be investing for 10 years, I will be investing 10,000 rupees. You will set your preferences, and then you will allow the auto mandate. Automatically, when RBI will go, when RBI will issue, will start its issuance, your bidding will be there. Automatically, you will set the auto mandate. So, obviously, Nash is a something that we will not dwell in too much intricacies. Okay? You will use a technology for seamless payment processing automatically. Automatically. So you must have bought few things, है ना? You must have bought few things via finance card. So when you enroll in finance card, or the funding cards, you fill this NACH form. ठीक है? It is National Automated Cash Deduction Mechanism. Automatically, the money that you have bidded will get deducted from your you can say perceived bank account. That's it. NACH is nothing. It's a National Automated Cash Deduction Mechanism. ठीक है? So your payment will be done to RBI. You will automatically bid. You will set your preferences. You will automatically bid. Whatever amount you would have bidded will get automatically deducted from your account. It is going to reduce the manual effort and ensure timely participation in auctions. So just see how amazing it is. You can invest in SIP. Now you can invest via auto bidding as well. Now you don't require to be there. So in 2021, RBI thought that let's allow retail investors in government security. Now they thought let's provide them the benefits of systematic investment plans. Let's allow them the benefits of auto bidding so that they won't be required to do the manual efforts, as well as if they are not having the lump sum amount with them, they can invest the same amount in a systematic investment future plans as well. So this is what this whole update is all about. Okay? This is what this whole update is all about, and this is an extremely important update. Let me tell you, it is going to revolutionize the entire retail investor regime. Okay? In future, you can quote me on that. In future, you will realize it that it is going to revolutionize the entire retail investor regime in the government security. Okay, and do complete view this live session. Even if you are having any sort of doubt, do watch this live session in repeat, because it is extremely important from the examination point of view. It is extremely important not only from RBI examination. Even this year, PFRDA grade A phase 2 examination, sorry, PFRDA grade A phase 1 paper 2 examination, they framed the question that who releases the government securities on behalf of government of India. The answer was RBI. So you see, it is not only important from RBI perspective, it is also important from the perspective of other government, you can say regulatory body examination. Do watch it and do attend our live session on a daily basis. And this is it for today's discussion. Before you leave, please do subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can get the notification whenever we go live with such interesting topic. And do note down this following number If you want to download this data, you can download it very easily. Just download the Ecoholics app from Google Play Store. From there, you will get this data for free of cost. And if you have any queries in regards to paid courses that we provide or the paid content that we provide, you can reach out at this number. Note down this number, take a screenshot of this slide, and our academic counselors will answer every each and every query of you appropriately. Okay, so till then, have a great day ahead, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. If not, we don't have any auto bidding facility on YouTube at this point of time, so you will miss the upcoming live session whenever we'll go live. So we go live every day at 12 a.m. at 12 p.m. Okay, in the afternoon 12 p.m. we go live on a daily basis. But do subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because we are not having any auto, you can say, auto joining facility at this point of time on YouTube. So do subscribe to our channel, and let's meet tomorrow and discuss a new topic. Till then, have a great day ahead. Bye.